Welcome, brothers and sisters. You know, um, I'm not supposed to come down off of my cloud to make videos about, black men and their stupidity. But, oftentimes, I'm like that hawk, and black males, are like low-hanging fruit. It's like an easy meal. These men are easy pickings, but a lot of you men, y'all really need to stay in your lane, when it comes to these issues. It's funny to me that when a black man is under scrutiny, no one bats an eye. No one bats an eye whatsoever when a so-called black man is under scrutiny. They assume he's guilty. They assume he's already guilty. They don't bat an eye in most cases. But when a black man attempts to hold the black woman accountable for anything, you see grown-ass black males coming out the woodworks to defend these women. And black women whine and talk about how we're not protected. It seems like every time a black man tries to hold you accountable, some other goofy ass black male, excuse my language, is going to come out of the woodworks and attempt to protect this woman. And I've been telling black males to stand clear when black women are being scrutinized. You are not to defend them, especially when it's true, especially when the things they're doing are absolutely true. It doesn't apply to all of them, so why are you defending the ones that it does apply to? A recent video surfaced stating that black women are winning the gender war, and as I already stated, I'm not supposed to be getting involved in black issues, but like I said, this is low-hanging fruit, and it's a teaching moment. It's a moment to teach. It's a moment to bring clarity to an already, degenerate situation that we find ourselves in. It's the opportunity to bring some clarity. And, apparently, black women are winning the gender war. And I'm like, how? Just because black women were able to go out there and get some laws passed, we already know they really didn't have anything to do with that. But let's look at the laws that black women have in their favor. And let's examine the results of their independence. Black women wanted to be liberated. They wanted to remove the stigma, that was involved in, them having children out of wedlock and just being overall degenerates in society. In polite society. Degenerates. They wanted to wear tattoos. They wanted to wear a weave. They wanted to be strong and independent. They wanted to be educated. And they wanted the government to pick up the tab or men to pick up the tab for their independence, you know? And in all the freedoms that she has been allowed, what has she actually accomplished? Nothing. Zero. Zip. Nada. Nothing. What has the black woman accomplished? In all of her freedom, in all of her equality, what has she truly accomplished? You know, we assume that because some laws have been passed and it seems to be in the black woman's favor, those laws have not helped her in any way. You know, these women, you know, the average net worth of the black woman is $5. So, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, she wanted to be sexually liberated, and the government has obliged her in that, which has led to the demise of 20 million children. What did she gain? What did she gain from all of her freedom? Destroying half of the black race? You know, there's some mixed messages regarding the amount of abortions black women have taken part in. Some say 50 million, some say 20 million. You know, 20 million. What has she accomplished with her liberation, with the laws that have been passed in her favor? If a law has been passed in her favor, it would seem to give her freedom, but it only gives the dominant society freedom over men. It doesn't give a woman any freedom. When she decides to take part in the no-fault divorce laws, it only gives the government rights over your life. It doesn't give black women nothing, because ultimately she must go in front of that judge and he must decide what, you know, she is putting the man in the middle. So she has not accomplished anything. There's still some man making the decision. We are not in a war with women. There's not a gender war with it's not a gender war, really, amongst black men and black women. I mean, this is surface level stuff. You know, what we refer to as the gender war, the true gender war. I mean, the true war is against beta males and simps, because they are the men who are putting these laws into place. They are using women as proxies to stand in the middle of men who have accomplished something in them. See, they can step in once they use that woman, they pass a few laws. You know, I can now use this woman as a proxy to control this man's life indirectly. The man is looking at the woman as if she is the cause of everything that is going on, but actually it's the beta male crybaby pussy beggars that are responsible for this, that are the true enemies of men and their finances. You know, what has the laws that have been passed in favor of women actually accomplished for them? The destruction of families. Look at the marriage rate in the black community. Look at the marriage rate. I'm just asking the question. And I think I've already made a video on this, but, you know, I think I need to, I kind of wilded out on that video, so I'm going to probably cut the front end of it out, because I really went in and I don't want to put all that out there, you know. I really went in And I don't want to make that I don't want to put that out there because I have goals, plans for the brotherhood, and I don't want to I don't want that type of stuff to come back and bite me in the behind one day. But like I stated, man, what has the so-called black woman accomplished? What has she really accomplished? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. She has only been made a proxy for beta males to come into the lives of everyday working class men and so they can use their power over you. They can exhibit power, not exhibit. I mean, that's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Y'all know. Put it in the comment section. So that they can utilize power through laws over you. Who is the one passing the laws? Who's the one passing these laws? That is the one. Those are the ones that you truly have to think about. Those are the ones you truly have to think about, or you have to consider. Those are the ones you have to. Those are the ones who we are really fighting a war with. Those are the ones that we're in a war with. It's not the North American black woman. And on a personal note, how I feel about a lot of you fake alpha males, y'all disgust me. Y'all have nothing, you have no respect for the brotherhood. You don't even know that there is a brotherhood. You don't even know that a brotherhood exists. You don't know the rules, laws, and standards that have been set forward to govern our behavior. This is why a lot of you men should probably stay in your lane. You on the wrong side of the argument. You could be on whatever side of the argument you want to be on, but your talking points are so easily deconstructed. Are you serious? Black women are winning the gender war? I haven't even discussed the bubble that is about to burst on the whole welfare Section 8 debacle and the spinster bubble, as Obsidian might say, the spinster bubble. It's going to be a hard thing. And black men, the wisdom of the so-called alpha male is based on how many women you can sleep with, how much vagina you can get. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant unless you're getting some vagina. As if vagina is the end-all be-all when it comes to being a so-called alpha male. It's the end-all be-all. That is the wisdom of the so-called alpha male. It's based on how much vagina you get in the world. And many of these fake alpha males will ask, what are you brothers doing? Well, we're having the conversation. That's what we're doing. The conversation is all that really needs to be done at this point. There's more that needs to be done. But the most important thing that we can do is have these conversations. And all of you fake alpha males need to stand clear. when black women are being penalized for their behavior. There's more at stake than simply getting in some woman's pants. Okay? The whole entire black family is at stake. What are brothers talking about? You will have a grown-ass black man trying to shame you for talking about the problems that go on in your community. And try to say, oh, y'all niggas, all y'all do is whine and bitch about women, and I don't understand why y'all be bitching about women. We're not whining and bitching about women. We're having logical arguments about women and the things that they partake in that can affect a man's life. And they have no problem in doing so. Becoming proxies for the system. And ultimately, you're going to pay for it. So is that not relevant? Is that not something that should be discussed amongst the so-called black man and black woman? I'm just trying to figure it out. You fake alpha males, I mean, if you consider yourself to be an alpha male, I mean, that's not something to be proud of. I'm gonna tell you that much. That's not necessarily, unless we change the definition of what a alpha male is. But it's not necessarily something it's not necessarily something to be proud of. Jake. Being an alpha male is not necessarily something that you men, it's not necessarily something that you should be proud of. Because you would sit there and you would shame other black men based on the amount of vagina that they get or don't get. That is that's alpha male wisdom. And I'm not referring to the YouTuber alpha male wisdom. I'm referring to the term in general, which is it's based on vagina. How much vagina you get? You ain't a real man. That sounds like some black woman shaming tactic. It's a shame when black men judge each other as men based on the amount of vagina that they get. Something very despicable about that. There's something very despicable about that, because honestly, you're teaching this wisdom that you call wisdom to children, to young boys who are coming behind you. Everything they do revolves around vagina. Whether they're selling dope on the streets, or whether they're running down trying to get their college degree or whatever. And 9 times out of 10, they're trying to do it so they can attract some woman. These conversations are very important. Y'all, a lot of you alpha males, y'all need to stay in your lane. At least, it's sort of like when that dude, what's his name? The manoshpere dude. I forgot the dude's name. He tried to say something about ibmor, and I'm like, it's like ignorant, at least know what you're talking about before you go on these rants, because honestly, the way you sound, I'm gonna let the second video play out on that one. The way a lot of y'all sound is like, it's a particular kind of disgusting, very particular, very peculiar. You know, I mean, I'm gonna let the next video discuss exactly how I feel about you in that video. But is the black woman? I mean, just putting out a video talking about black women are winning the gender war. I mean, see, that just shows that you have to at least learn what brothers are talking about before you respond to it. You just I mean, I mean, a lot of black males have been through this. Like when they first started hearing these kinds of conversations, they were taken aback. They were like, "Damn, these men talking about this and they're talking about that," and I mean, a lot of men were like, "Damn, and they were simping. They were like, damn, ready to go on a crusade and put the cape on and Captain Save-A-Hole for the black woman." Many of these men were ready and willing to do that. They couldn't wait to do that. I mean, that is your first reaction. That's the first reaction of anyone who grows up in a single parent home. First reaction. They're quick to defend these women because 9 times out of 10, they were probably the man of the house. They were probably the man of the house growing up. So the first inclination is to defend these women, no matter what. Don't listen to the arguments. Y'all gonna have to go in. You're going to have to take the red pill. Don't suppress it. Swallow it. Take it down. I didn't say it was gonna go down smooth. It's definitely gonna hurt when it goes down, but go down, it must go down, I've suppressed the red pill because I know that comes with a lot of rage, in some cases, but this is what we refer to as the red pill. And once you take it, your eyes are going to be open to what all these brothers have been saying for so long, But anyway, if you choose to throw on the cape, I mean, because a lot when you say things like black men are, black women are winning the gender war, that's sort of like throwing on the cape. I understand some brothers do that for like clickbait. They'll do that. They'll just throw up a title like that. But then in the video, they'll at least break down, it might be something totally different in the video. So they might use that title might be a clickbait title. But no one should be coming to the rescue of these women. This is not about pussy. This is not about how much vagina someone can get. This is not about shaming black men and saying, "Oh, y'all niggas just mad because y'all don't get no pussy," and these bitches, y'all mad and none of these. I mean, I don't even know where that comes from. As if black men can't even express, their disdain for what they see when they walk outside. As I stated, I cannot simply point to a black woman and say, I want you to be my wife. I can't just open up my door and be like, "Hey, black woman, come here. You single? Yeah, let's get married. Let's get to know each other and then we get married. Period." A black man can't do that. A black man can't do that. And what that says is that it's not common knowledge. Black women are not known for being excellent mothers. They're not known for being excellent wives. They're not known for being good cooks. They're not known for being good with their finances. They're just not known for these things. It's not a general consensus amongst men that, I should just be able to open up my door and pick out some random black woman and be like, hey, black woman, just start talking to her. I mean, I can't do that. Nor can any other brother. It's not common knowledge. And that's a problem. Black men have to watch out for every single damn thing he does. He gotta walk on water around here. And all it takes is one mistake. Like I said, you men, y'all have to walk on water. All it takes is one mistake. And you men are finished. Anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps. Adopt the moral code.